The Unstoppable Force, The Life of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Hello, dear friends. Today we're diving into the incredible life story of Arnold Schwarzenegger, a man who truly embodies the spirit of self-made success. From humble beginnings in Austria to becoming a bodybuilding legend, Hollywood icon, and even a governor, Arnold's journey shows that with relentless dedication and a powerful vision, anything is possible. Let's explore how he defied limits and built an extraordinary legacy. Introduction. From Austrian village to global icon. In the small, humble village of Thal, Austria, on July 30th, 1947, a child named Arnold Alois Schwarzenegger was born. This was a world still recovering from the devastation of World War II, a place of scarcity and strict discipline. Yet, from these challenging beginnings, a vision was forged in young Arnold's mind, a vision of greatness that would transcend continents, redefine possibilities, and inspire millions. His journey from a poverty-stricken Austrian boy to the world's greatest bodybuilder, highest-paid actor, successful businessman, and the governor of California is not merely a tale of ambition, but a powerful lesson in self-belief, relentless hard work, and the art of perpetual reinvention. Arnold's life offers a rich tapestry of experiences, illustrating the power of determination, the importance of a clear vision, and the ability to turn perceived weaknesses into unparalleled strengths. Chapter 1. Early life in post-war Austria. A spark of ambition. Arnold's childhood in Thal was marked by austerity. His family, consisting of his father, Gustav Schwarzenegger, a local police chief, his mother, Aurelia, and his elder brother Meinhard, lived in a small house without basic amenities like a phone or indoor plumbing. Food shortages were common, and his mother sometimes had to beg for food from neighboring farms. This environment of scarcity fueled a burning desire within Arnold to escape, to achieve more than the confined reality he knew. He often recalls the excitement when his family finally acquired a refrigerator, highlighting the simple luxuries that were once out of reach. His father, Gustav, was a strict disciplinarian, known for his harshness, and reportedly favored Meinhard over Arnold. This favoritism was strong and blatant, stemming from an unfounded suspicion that Arnold was not his biological child. Arnold has described his father as having no patience for listening or understanding your problems, and recalled suffering what would now be called child abuse, being hit with belts and having his hair pulled. This challenging paternal relationship, rather than breaking his spirit, cultivated a rebellious streak and an unyielding will within Arnold. He became determined not to conform, a characteristic that would define his entire life. Despite these difficulties, Arnold found solace and an outlet in sports. His father, an athlete himself, encouraged his sons to pursue sports, particularly Bavarian curling. Arnold played several sports as a boy, demonstrating early athleticism. Academically, he was average at school and later discovered he had dyslexia, a learning difficulty that he silently battled. However, he was noted for his cheerful, good-humored, and exuberant character. The seeds of his ambition were sown in his teenage years. He saw newsreels of America, the land of opportunities, and began to dream of a life beyond Austria. He often speaks about a pivotal moment at 14 when he formulated his own plan, distinct from his father's wish for him to be a police officer or his mother's desire for him to go to trade school. He stumbled upon bodybuilding through a school essay he was researching and was immediately captivated by the physiques of bodybuilders like Reg Park and Steve Reeves. He recognized that this physical transformation could be his ticket to America, a way to build a better life. Chapter 2. The Iron Will. Forging a bodybuilding legend. Arnold's entry into bodybuilding was not just a hobby, it was a strategic pursuit of his grand vision. At 15, he began an intensive training program. A lesser-known detail about his early dedication was his resourcefulness. He would often break into his local gym in Graz on weekends when it was closed, just so he could continue his training without interruption. This demonstrated his extraordinary commitment and single-minded focus even at a young age. He also reportedly started studying psychology at 15 to understand the power of mind over body, showing an early intellectual curiosity about the mental aspect of physical achievement. His discipline was legendary. He trained 6 days a week, often 2 to 3 times a day, a revolutionary high-volume approach at the time. His philosophy was rooted in pushing physical and mental limits, constantly visualizing his success. He believed in the mind-muscle connection, focusing intently on the target muscle during each repetition. In 1965, at the age of 18, while serving his mandatory year in the Austrian army, a period where he gained 25 pounds of muscle, he famously went AWOL, absent without official leave, to participate in a bodybuilding contest in Graz, which he won. This bold act led to him being arrested and spending a week in military prison, but it also became a powerful anecdote demonstrating his extreme dedication. In 1966, at 19, he traveled to London for the Mr. Universe competition, where he placed second. One of the judges, Charles Bennett, impressed by Arnold's potential, invited him to stay and train under his guidance. During this time, he met his idol, Reg Park, who became a mentor. The following year, in 1967, Arnold achieved his dream, winning the Mr. Universe title, becoming the youngest person ever to do so. This early success reinforced his belief in his vision. His immigration to the United States in 1968, at the age of 21, was another pivotal step. He arrived with limited English and a strong Austrian accent, which many in Hollywood would later deem a disadvantage. However, he saw it differently. He believed these negatives could be transformed into unique, iconic characteristics. He began training at Gold's Gym in Venice, California, a mecca for bodybuilders, where he immersed himself in the culture and refined his physique. Arnold's bodybuilding reign reached its pinnacle with the Mr. Olympia title. He won it for the first time in 1970 and went on to win it an unprecedented 7 times, 6 consecutive from 1970 to 1975, and then a comeback win in 1980. His 1980 Mr. Olympia win was particularly controversial and unexpected. He had officially retired from competitive bodybuilding in 1975 after his 6th Mr. Olympia win to focus on his acting career. However, he made a last-minute decision to compete in the 1980 Mr. Olympia in Sydney, Australia, after training for his role in Conan the Barbarian. His participation was met with surprise and some criticism from fellow competitors, who felt he was not in competitive shape and that his return overshadowed others. Despite the controversy, he won, further cementing his legendary status and demonstrating his ability to make calculated, audacious moves. A little-known fact is that beyond bodybuilding, Arnold also competed in powerlifting and Olympic weightlifting, proving his genuine strength. In 1967, he won the Munich stone lifting contest by lifting a 254-kilogram, 559-pound stone. His personal bests included a 545-pound squat, 500-pound bench press, and 710-pound deadlift, showcasing his raw power. Chapter 3. The American Dream, From Muscles to Millions. Even as he dominated bodybuilding, Arnold harbored ambitious plans for financial independence. He understood that bodybuilding, while a passion, was not a path to massive wealth. A lesser-known but crucial aspect of his early financial success was his shrewd investment in real estate. He didn't start with a large fortune. Instead, he saved every penny he earned from bodybuilding competitions, workshops, and seminars. His first investment, made before he even became a major movie star, was a 6-unit apartment building, a sixplex in Santa Monica, California. He famously lived in one apartment and rented out the other 5. This income-producing property allowed him to fund his nascent acting career and further competitions without needing a traditional 9-to-5 job. His real estate strategy was simple yet effective: buy, improve, and leverage. He would buy a building, make necessary renovations, and then sell it for a profit, using the gains to invest in larger properties. For example, he bought a building with 4 apartments for $214,000 and sold it a year later for $360,000. He gradually moved from 4-unit buildings to 12-unit buildings, and then to 36-unit buildings. By the age of 25, he was already a millionaire, a successful real estate investor and entrepreneur, a full decade before his major Hollywood breakthrough. This entrepreneurial foresight and discipline set him apart from many athletes and entertainers who often struggle financially after their prime. His company, Oak Productions, Inc., which produces his movies, is headquartered in a Santa Monica building he fully owns, reportedly valued at $10 million. He also co-owns a large mall in Columbus, Ohio. This early success in business profoundly influenced his later career choices, providing him with financial security and the freedom to pursue projects he believed in, rather than just chasing paychecks. Chapter 4. Conquering Hollywood. The Accent, the Stardom, the Comebacks. Transitioning from a bodybuilding icon to a Hollywood movie star presented a unique set of challenges. When he arrived in America, his thick Austrian accent and unusual name were widely seen as insurmountable obstacles for an acting career. Many agents and producers told him his name was too long, his accent too heavy, and his physique too specialized for anything beyond monster roles. His first film, Hercules in New York, 1970, was a low-budget production where his voice was even dubbed over due to his heavy accent and limited English. However, Arnold remained undeterred. He took acting and dialogue coaching seriously, viewing every experience as an opportunity to learn. He firmly believed in his vision of becoming a leading man, famously stating, "Why should I give up my goal because a couple of Hollywood agents turned me down?" He never doubted his ability to transcend the limitations perceived by others. His big cinematic break came with Conan the Barbarian, 1982, a sword and sorcery epic that capitalized on his formidable physique. While filming Conan, he underwent intense physical training, including sword fighting and horse riding, showcasing his commitment. Despite producer doubts about his accent and unproven box office draw, the film was a success, proving his star power. But it was James Cameron's The Terminator, 1984, that truly catapulted him into global superstardom. His portrayal of the emotionless, relentless cyborg became iconic, turning his accent into a signature characteristic rather than a hindrance. The famous line, "I'll be back," became one of cinema's most recognizable quotes. The film's success established him as the undisputed king of action films in the 1980s and 90s, with hits like Predator, 1987, Total Recall, 1990, and Terminator 2, Judgment Day, 1991. Beyond action, Arnold also explored comedy, demonstrating unexpected versatility in films like Twins, 1988, Kindergarten Cop, 1990, and Junior, 1994. These roles further broadened his appeal and proved he was more than just a muscle-bound action hero. Throughout his career, Arnold has faced numerous comebacks, not just from professional setbacks, but also personal challenges and health issues. In 1997, he underwent heart surgery to replace a defective aortic valve. A more significant accidental open-heart surgery in 2018, where a non-invasive procedure went wrong, forced another major comeback. He had only 3 months to prepare for the next Terminator movie. Lying in the ICU, his immediate mission was to avoid pneumonia. He focused on small daily goals, breathing exercises, walking around the nursing stations. He emphasizes that everyone, no matter how successful, rich, or famous, has to make a comeback at some point. It's just a fact of life. His advice for comebacks: have a daily mission, accept support, improvise and adapt, and pump yourself up, not beat yourself down. This resilience in the face of physical adversity mirrors his career trajectory. Chapter 5. The Governator, A Leap into Politics. In 2003, Arnold Schwarzenegger made another astonishing pivot, announcing his candidacy for governor of California in a recall election. This move shocked many, who saw him as an action hero with no political experience. However, Arnold had been an increasingly politically active Republican since the 1990s. Appointed by President George Bush as chair of the President's Council on Physical Fitness and Sports in 1990, and later serving on the California Governor's Council on Physical Fitness and Sports. He had also become a U.S. citizen in 1983. Despite skepticism and the challenges of transitioning from entertainment to serious politics, he won the election, becoming the 38th governor of California. He served 2 terms, from 2003 to 2011, earning the nickname the Governator. His time as governor was marked by both significant achievements and complex challenges. He inherited a state facing a massive budget deficit. Among his notable accomplishments were environmental initiatives. He was a passionate advocate for environmental protection, signing the Global Warming Solutions Act of 2006, AB 32, which set a statewide cap on greenhouse gas emissions, making California a leader in climate change policy. He also pushed for initiatives like the Low Carbon Fuel Standard and the Million Solar Roofs Initiative. He often tells environmentalists to stop whining and get to work, emphasizing action over complaint. Infrastructure investment. He focused on rebuilding California's roads and updating aging infrastructure. Public health. He was a strong proponent of physical education and after-school programs, supporting relevant acts to promote children's health and safety. He faced immense political opposition and the complexities of governing a large and diverse state. His journey in politics demonstrated that his determination was as powerful as his muscles, proving that his vision extended beyond personal gain to public service. Chapter 6. Beyond the Public Eye: Philosophy, Family, and Philanthropy. Beneath the larger-than-life persona, Arnold Schwarzenegger's personal life and philosophical outlook offer deeper insights. His marriage to journalist Maria Shriver, a member of the prominent Kennedy family in 1986, was a significant event, connecting him to one of America's most influential political dynasties. They had 4 children: Catherine, Christina, Patrick, and Christopher. Their divorce in 2021, after Shriver filed a decade earlier following his public admission of fathering a son, Joseph Baena, with their housekeeper, was a difficult period. However, Arnold has openly taken responsibility for his F-up and emphasized their continued commitment to co-parenting and maintaining a loving family environment for their children and grandchildren. He has stated that his chapter with Maria will continue on forever in a different but still loving relationship. Arnold has cultivated a close relationship with Joseph Baena, who shares his passion for fitness and has followed in his footsteps into acting in real estate. This demonstrates Arnold's dedication to all his children and his ability to navigate complex family dynamics. Arnold's philosophy of life and success is deeply rooted in his experiences. Vision and self-belief. He constantly emphasizes the importance of having a clear vision, having a big vision, and trusting oneself, even when others doubt. He famously says, "The greatest enemy is self-doubt." Work ethic. His mantra is, "Work your ass off." He believes there are no shortcuts to success and that one must be willing to outwork everyone else. He trained relentlessly, often twice a day, even at the peak of his bodybuilding career. Risk-taking. He encourages taking calculated risks and stepping outside one's comfort zone, believing that growth comes from embracing challenges. Learning from failure. Arnold views failure as a learning opportunity, not a setback. You can't be afraid to fail. He advises using his own setbacks, like early acting criticisms, as fuel for improvement. Don't listen to naysayers. He famously disregarded those who told him his accent or physique would prevent him from becoming a movie star or governor. Pay no attention to the people that say it can't be done. Stay hungry. Even after achieving immense success, he believes in constantly pushing oneself and seeking the next challenge, recognizing that success is a journey, not a destination. The power of reinvention. His multiple career shifts are a testament to his belief in adapting and transforming oneself throughout life. Arnold is also a significant philanthropist, though much of his charitable work is not widely publicized. He is a longtime supporter and global ambassador for the Special Olympics, an organization founded by Maria Shriver's mother, Eunice Kennedy Shriver. He was named Special Olympics International Weight Training Coach in 1979. He has also been honored with the Simon Wiesenthal Center's National Leadership Award for his support of their Holocaust studies. Joseph Baena, his son, has also expressed interest in following in his father's philanthropic footsteps, indicating that Arnold instills these values in his family. Conclusion: the enduring legacy of the Austrian oak. Arnold Schwarzenegger's life is a monumental saga of relentless ambition and self-made success. From the Spartan existence in post-war Austria, fueled by a desire to escape poverty and a strict father, he systematically built an empire, first in bodybuilding, then in business, followed by an unprecedented reign in Hollywood, and finally, a transformative period in American politics. His journey is a powerful embodiment of the American dream, a foreign-born immigrant who achieved success beyond imagination in multiple demanding fields. He didn't just break the rules, he rewrote them, demonstrating that perceived disadvantages like a strong accent could become signature assets, and that a colossal physique could be paired with unexpected charm and political acumen. Arnold's story is a compelling blueprint for how a clear vision, unwavering self-belief, an extraordinary work ethic, and the courage to continuously reinvent oneself can overcome any obstacle. He is not just a bodybuilder, actor, or politician. He is a living testament to the human spirit's boundless potential, a man who, against all odds, proved that the only limits that exist are often the ones we place on ourselves. His roar, whether in the gym, on screen, or from a political podium, continues to echo, inspiring generations to stay hungry and never stop pushing. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this inspiring video. If you want to hear more powerful stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.